Hi, this is Rachel at Food, Travel, etc. And today we are going to be doing some baking. We will be baking some double chocolate chip muffins. We will make some sandwich cookies. And we are going to be using a recipe off of Pinterest, one of my favorite websites or apps. And we will be choosing a cookie recipe from Southern Living. And we are going to be editing this cookie and taking off the sprinkles and using a chocolate buttercream icing in the sandwich cookie. Because the recipe is called a sprinkle sandwich cookie, but I'm not too big or too keen on sprinkles, so I'm going to do my edited version. And then we are going to be making red velvet cupcakes with cream cheese icing this weekend. So lots of baking. So we'll see how each item turns out, and we'll go from there. I am a muffin connoisseur, and I make muffins once a week. Different varieties. I just like to try different muffins. So this week I tried the chocolate muffin. I made the chocolate muffin from the website Once Upon a Chef. I didn't modify the ingredients at all. I followed the directions, but they didn't puff up like on the pictures of the website. As they cooled in the pan, they sunk in, but four did not. I tried a muffin that had cooled off for 15 minutes, and they were way better than any Tim Hortons or McDonald's muffins out there. They were rich and chocolatey, and for taste alone, I would totally recommend this recipe. The next item I baked was sprinkle sugar cookies off of Southern Living. And I didn't use the sprinkles, and I decided not to use the vanilla buttercream icing. I made instead chocolate buttercream icing. The oven I heated or preheated to 325. I placed them on the oven and they spread a bit. Kind of weird. I baked the cookies for 10 minutes and took them out after they browned and let them sit on the pan for 5 minutes to cool. They looked pretty fragile to remove from the baking sheet right away. And there's my icing, and there's the cookie. They're quite pretty. After they cooled, I placed them on the rack to cool for another 15 minutes more. I then made the chocolate buttercream icing and iced the cookies and tried them. The cookies turned out to be chewy instead of cakey, and the icing was rich and chocolatey. It turned out to be a sweet but very yummy cookie, but still a little on the sweet side. It's a cookie I do recommend if you're looking for a sweet treat. But for me, I could only have one. I couldn't eat more than one. But yeah, totally a very recommended recipe. Especially the cookies. The cookies were very good. The third recipe I made was a red velvet cupcake with cream cheese icing. I don't know where I got the recipe from, I know I took it out of a book. I have the page. Maybe somebody out there on the web knows where I got this recipe from. It worked out pretty well. I did have to do some modifications. The cream cheese frosting recipe I got from Sally's Baking Addiction. This recipe I did modify. Instead of using butter, I used canola oil. And this recipe says 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. I decided to go with 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. I baked the red velvet cupcakes at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and they came out red, soft, and spongy. I then made the cream cheese icing and let the cupcakes cool down. After they had cooled down, I frosted the cupcakes. But using a piping bag is still a work in progress for me. I think I've only frosted cupcakes using a piping bag 3 times maybe, and this will be my 4th time. After I finished frosting them, I took one and had a bite, and they were moist with a hint of chocolate, and also they were spongy. I'm happy I made the modification to add 2 more tablespoons of cocoa powder, and also, instead of using butter, using canola oil. Well, I hope you have a great week cooking and baking, and happy eating.